Hi people, so this is my first full day here today. I've just come out of the hotel. I've just I've just asked people. Sorry, when I was a kid, my mum was always correcting my grammar and stuff. Oh, yeah. No, oh good, look at all that shit. I probably stood on that last night. God. Look. Fresh shit, anyone? Fresh shit from Blackpool. Nice lumps of dog shit. Special treat. We're all wrapped up for Christmas. I just asked, do they do breakfast? No, is breakfast included in my stay? And he was like, no, there's no breakfast here. I thought, blimey heck. It's very basic, isn't it, my hotel? Saturday, it is about 12:40. I've been faffing around in my room for 8. I've been awake. I've been awake since about 9, but I've been faffing around in my room. I don't know if it's been. I don't know if it's using dildos a lot and being fucked quite. Well, I don't get fucked that much, but I keep having to go to the loo a lot. I mean, I did get fucked last night. Yeah, so there was blood when I got fucked. There's blood when I went to the loo, but I think what it is he was being quite rough and he didn't use lube. So, but what happened? You see, I think I've damaged myself a bit because what happened when I was last weekend, I used a butt plug, and it's not small, it's a lot large, but I walked all around Manchester. I walked all around Manchester city centre with it inside me for at least an hour. I walked with it inside me for at least an hour. And I think maybe I didn't use it. Plus, I've used it a few times since then as well. And I think what's happened is I haven't used enough lube because, because I drink a lot around here, don't I? Bloody heck. No, what was I going to say? Oh yeah, yeah. So I think that's what's done it, you say, because. Yeah. If anything else happens this weekend, I need to go slow instead, because my body's not responding so well to me being rough with it. And I can be quite rough with my body, really. I'm not the most. See, in my head I'm quite tough, but my body's not as tough as my head, I don't think, half the time. In my head I don't give a fuck, but my body's like, come on, give me a break now, kind of thing. So yeah, there's a walk on the, is it going to be really, can I walk on that beach? I can go, yeah, I might do that. So cheap here as well, it was really cheap. I don't think you could get anywhere cheaper in the whole of the UK. I don't know. Maybe you'd have to get to, like, I don't know, some really bad areas. Maybe if you went to some really bad areas, perhaps you could get cheaper than this. But it's quite, you know, I don't know. I mean, even that dormitory in Manchester wasn't as cheap as this. This is cheaper than you can get a dormitory for most cities. It's very cheap. It's like, yeah. I mean, Blackpool's always been cheap. I remember in the early 2000s, you could find a room. If you looked well enough, you could find a room for about £10 a night. So, yeah. the sand's a bit wet. Oh, seashells. A big one, isn't there? A big seashell. I'm not taking any seashells back with me, I don't think. I used to do that. I used to look for seashells off the beach and take them back with me. Oh, another one there, look. Another seashell there. Is that quicksand or something? Oh, what? Oh, it feels quite firm. Yeah, maybe not. I'm sticking close to this because I don't want to get, if I walk over there, I don't want to get stranded over there. That's why I'm sticking close to the seawall, because if I go across there, see what happens with the sea. My nan used to tell me this, because my nan, my dad's mom, she grew up in Ireland near the seaside, County Trimble, Waterford. And she used to say to me, you need to watch the sea, because what happens, it doesn't come in a straight line, it goes round you. So if you see how this water comes round you, see what I mean? As it goes round you, you can get stranded. That's why that's why I know to stay close to the sea wall, because I had family members that grew up by the sea. And my nan used to tell me how the sea works, because she grew up on, because my dad's mum grew up in Ireland, and her family lived right on top of the sea almost, about 5 minutes from the beach. They lived in a tiny wooden cottage. It wasn't even a cottage. If you think of a shed, a wooden shed, and then you try to cram, she was one of 7, hang on. Her dad died when she was 5, hang on, 7, and her mum 8. Okay, you try to cram 8 people into a space of about maybe 6 or 8 feet by 6-8 feet. God, I don't know where they all stayed or slept. They must have all slept on top of each other. But yeah, I remember my nan telling me, and I actually went there in person when I was a kid, and I remember actually seeing it. It's now used as like a guest room kind of thing, because my cousin and her friend, me and my sister was in the main house with my dad's cousin, and they have a cafe as well, and the guest house was used for my cousin and her friend Rachel. I don't know the surname. And they stayed in like well, I would class it as a shed, because it was only about 6 foot by 8 feet kind of thing. So it's like a tiny space, guest room or whatever you want to call it. But my nan told me that is actually where her family grew up, that tiny shed thing that's still standing there. She said that was her childhood, she said. When I was a little kid, she told me that was her childhood. Her mom and her 7 brothers and sisters all stayed in that tiny room. Yeah, and I think there was some kind of garden next to it, because they probably didn't have supermarkets back in them days. So they probably grew their own food on some kind of, it was like a garden. Probably sounds extremely harsh, doesn't it? But see how much that's coming. See how big that is. Like, how on earth would I get across that? This is why I don't go over. This is why I stick close to the seawall. You see, I'm going to get up here, because look how it comes in there. Look, so you know, I don't have anything to swim with, so yeah. That's as far as my beach journey goes, I think. If I jump over that, that's not going to work, is it? Or would it work? I'll try it, I suppose. It's nice to walk along the sea, but When I was a kid, I had no fear at all. I used to walk straight out to the sea. And in Weston-super-Mare, the sea goes out for miles. It's not so bad here, but the sea goes out for miles in Weston-super-Mare. So you can literally... It's a nice day today, Saturday. I haven't took my anti-anxiety tablet today. So yeah. But I woke up feeling nice and calm. I mean, I generally feel calm when I'm not visiting one of my friends who has a lot of mental health issues. on the days or the times I have away from him, I usually feel calm and relaxed, regardless of whether I've taken my medication or not. But I noticed as soon as I get to his, I can feel a real sort of drain in my energy system. And I think, yeah, where's my tablets? I need to take my tablets. So this isn't too bad here. So if I can get back across further down. Yeah, it's quite easy. But further down, see how it's separated me now from the seawall. So see, now I can't go back to the seawall unless I walk all the way along. Which could be an issue. Because I can't spend all day on the beach. And I've been walking for 11 minutes. It's not too bad. So I'm going to the gay sauna today. What else am I supposed to do? Get to see Lost Centre Boring. Go to Pleasure Beach. No, I'm too old. Go to the tower. Sounds boring. Oh god, my feet are sinking. Yeah, my feet are sinking. So I don't know. Yeah. It's nice, isn't it? I can actually get to that sea. Sinking in the sand a little bit. And I might go down. Thinking whether to go up to the sea, or whether my feet would sink. I'll try it. I haven't got anything else to do, have I? The sauna's open till midnight and it's only like 12, so I'm not spending 12 hours in the gay sauna. So I've got plenty of time to just do nothing. Do my meditation. Yeah, as I say, I don't actually feel like I need my tablets, my anti-anxiety tablets, when I'm just, oh god, my feet are thinking. I feel like I don't need them when I'm not around a certain person who has a lot of mental health issues, shall I say. I don't want to say too much because he has a lot of, my feet are getting wet. Well, not quite, but they will be in a minute. That's what I like about these trainers, I can walk through puddles with them. God. So this is a good idea, really. I haven't even had breakfast or lunch yet, it's like nearly 1 o'clock probably. Oh well, it won't kill me. This is nice, I like this. Very relaxing. I'm not going away again for at least a few months because it's too much money. I mean, here's the cheapest I can get, but I've still spent quite a bit of money. I've still spent £100 to the hotel people, more or less, £98. And that doesn't include breakfast, mind you, that price, yeah. I've also spent money to Hooper. Well, I think they've swindled me out of money because I still can't work out what that's for. I don't know, but yeah. My hotel's just all the way down there. I spent. It's not actually that cold actually. Well, the sun's out. Later it will be tonight. When the sun's gone. It's cold-ish. God, my whole feels like it's. Oh god. Feels like it's open all hours. Did you catch that YouTube? That says my hole feels like it's open 24 hours. How am I supposed to get over this? Oh god. I want to see the sea. It's not fair. I want to get to the sea without drowning in freezing cold Blackpool seawater. Oh, I'm not going to walk all through there. I'm not going to get my feet. The tide's coming in, I think, slowly. It's not too bad. That's too deep. That's too deep. My feet will disappear. No. It's not going to work, is it? No. I don't want to get my feet wet all day. I've got to wear these. No. That's as close as I'm going to get to sea, I think. I don't want to get my feet wet. Fancy some breakfast or lunch. I'm getting hungry. Doing all this walking down here, walking back there, and if I see anything nice in town, that means I have to walk back again. And then if I want to go back down to bars again later, if I want to go back down to sauna again later, that means walking back again. So basically it's walking from over there down to there, and then it's walking back again. And then if I get bored of sauna, if I get bored of town or whatever, I don't want to go back again. Or if I get bored of the hotel, it's back again. And I could just do the tram, I know that, but yeah, it's good for me to do a walk. So, as I said on Facebook earlier, I want to aim to do at least a mile a day. In 2023, I want to try and aim for at least a mile a day walking. Because it's good where I live. Where I live is good in a way, because if I want to see friends and stuff on a night time, it means I have to walk about a mile on a night time. Well, I could catch a taxi, but yeah, that's beside the point. But yeah, I mean, if I caught taxis all the time, I'd have no money, would I? So I don't want to be doing that. So yeah, and it saves me money on the gym as well, so it's a win-win really. Doing the walk is a bit inconvenient, but no more inconvenient than going to a gym. Or yeah, I mean, yeah, it's not too bad. I mean, you just get used to it. You just switch off. You try to switch off from all the cars and lorries that keep racing past you. There's the dogs. Do miss the dogs. Never mind. Dogs need two people, at least two people. Dogs are better with families where there's a few people around all the time. I still stick with my belief that single people shouldn't have dogs. Single people with children might work, maybe, or with teenagers. But with adult children, yeah, even better with adult children, because that means one of them can be at home while the other one's at work or doing shopping or whatever. But I still believe that single people shouldn't have dogs. Cats, yeah, but dogs, like elderly dogs, might be okay, but Young dogs, puppies, they need constant attention, constant affection, constant love. Now a single person can't do that, because a single person can't guarantee to be with that dog 24 hours a day. People go to work, people go to the gym, people go to cinemas, people go to bars, people go to many different things where you can't take a dog. You know, a cat's not bothered. Most cats aren't bothered about being left behind at home. They find their own thing to do. But dogs are very needy, very, you know, it's like a toddler, isn't it? A baby. You can't leave a baby on its own. The same way you can't leave a puppy on its own. That's why I stand by my belief that single people shouldn't have dogs. And that is quite a strong opinion of mine, because I've had dogs and it hasn't worked. And that is the main reason it hasn't worked. When I was with a partner, it worked. When I wasn't with a partner, it didn't work. So as I say, I stick by my belief that single people shouldn't have dogs. And that is a strong belief of mine. Because I know how it worked out when I had dogs. And I had to go out and stuff. It didn't work out. Even people that drive, they can't they'd have to leave their dog in the car while they're done stuff. And the dog wouldn't like that, especially a puppy. A puppy wouldn't like to be left in a car on its own. So again, logically, single people shouldn't have dogs. Yeah, that's my opinion. I'm not having any dogs in the future. I seriously doubt it. Even if we've got with a partner. The only time I might reconsider that is if I got married in the future to a partner, because a marriage is a bit more binding than a relationship. How am I supposed to get across this now? I jump across that. 42 years of age, I can't be doing things like that. I'll go on then. I'll do it. Oh god. I should have took a run at that. I only just made that. So yeah. Blackpool. I get so hungry. My body's saying you missed breakfast, you're missing lunch. It gets into a habit of eating a certain time, doesn't it? But that's not healthy, really. The mind should be the master of the body, not the body master of the mind. This is what you call lack of discipline, when the body says, oh, you need to eat. No. I'll eat when I'm ready to eat, not when my body decides I need to eat. This is what happens when you get used to having food whenever you want to have food, or overeating or whatever. The body says, oh, you've not eaten for 12 hours, hey, you need to eat. I'm like, no, I'll eat when I get into town. You have to wait. You have to wait at least 10 minutes, if not 20 minutes, to take me to get down over there. I thought there's all water over there, look. How the fuck am I supposed to get up there? It's going to be a problem, this is. I need to do it as well. It's going to be an issue. I can see all water by them steps. They're trying to get across. Oh, she's only just made it. It's a kid on her. I don't know if they can do it, I should be able to do it. He's quite cute, isn't he? Nice. It is nice. Oh god, look at that ride up there. Oh no thanks. I don't want to be sick. I want to do this now. There's all water. Ah, the sand's sinking again. footprints. I think legs won't disappear then. It can be dangerous walking on sands. We're still on here. It can be dangerous walking on beaches. My legs have disappeared in the sand once when I was a kid. I'm right up to my waist. Oh, it's only a tiny puddle. What are they making a fuss about? They're making a fuss of that. I thought there would be a big massive amount of water there or something. Seagull, hello seagull. God bless. I wonder where he's going to. 25 minutes on YouTube. So that'll be about half an hour walk. And then half an hour walk back later. It's about an hour walking. And then if I want to go back into town again, that's another half an hour walking. And another half an hour back. So plenty of walking in Blackpool. And it's a phone, it's not food. These seagulls look like they're going to swoop down and take my phone off me. Who are you going to phone? Your seagull friends? Here looks dead. Looks dead. Kia looks dead. Probably a long time of the year. I've never actually sat on the one of them. I can't now. Can you just say something? That's seagull. I don't have any food. I don't carry food, okay? Get to one of the takeaway shops. They do actually. One of them was stood outside the takeaway shop last night. I was thinking, is he going to come in or just hover outside? If you don't think they could go in the takeaway shops, they do. If they can smell food, when they smell food, they grab it. They don't think about it, they just grab it. As soon as they see food or smell food, they just grab it. The centre path. The Second World War and First World War. The North Pier. It's getting quite busy today. So I'm getting close to the cafe, so I'll probably come off YouTube in a second. A snapshot of life in Blackpool before AI takes over. Before AI takes over everywhere. That's what I'll be like in the future.
If you don't know what to do, copy these.
I know what to do. I'm looking for a cafe.
Huh?
I know exactly what I'm doing today. Looking for a cafe. Going to go store. Looking around the town centre for things. Yeah. I'm across the lake. Bye 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 people. It's dangerous.